How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews back with a little bit of Sloop up in this piece. I have not done a Sloop beer in quite a while, and this be their Aluminium Army. No, aluminum. I'm an asshole. I'm not going to pronounce it like that. Yeah, anyway, this is a 6.5% India Pale Ale made with flaked oats and malted oats. Drink fresh, store cold. This be 2.5 weeks old. Yeah. Was not store cold where I bought it, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I was in the mood for a little bit of Sloop. Low ABV Sloop, and the local place I have by where I work carries it quite a bit. So here we are. Yeah, using that glass. Don't bust that sucker out all that often. It's got a nice super haze to it. Just over an index finger, tight compact bubbles with this nice kind of lacy, kind of rocky edges to it. Label-wise, I really like it. I mean, it's not like a crazy bonkers weirdo geometric pattern can, but there's something about it's the angles, because they're matching a lot of the angles on the font design. Something about the can just makes me all happy and stuff inside. But as far as that looks like a mimosa in this glass, kind of champagne-y kind of glass. Didn't mean to grab this glass, accidentally grabbed it. Gonna use it anyway. Kind of looks like a mimosa. Kind of want something bright and light. Let's get a nose. That smells really nice. It is OJ and Dank. That's really what we have going on right now. Big OJ vibes. All the OJ are belong to us. And this nice, not overly like super weedy dank, but it's not beaster level. It's kind of entry level, kind of weedy dankiness. Yeah, I like that quite a bit. And that's all there really is to it. Listen, 6.5% hazy. I don't really want much more to it. I just want it to be impactful and enjoyable and pretty and tasty and all those kind of things. And this is definitely smelling the part. Let's dive in. Cheers. Yeah, I'll drink that all day long. Even like how they did the barcode. You know, kind of split it up, made it part of the art design. I like that. Yeah. It's got a nice bittering to it. Way more aggressive than I thought it was going to be. That OJ is definitely still there. It's definitely probably the largest portion of the whole beer. And it's 100% OJ. But that grainy dankiness brings this decent amount of hefty, I don't want to say piney bitterness, but it's leaning in that direction. It's more of an earthy kind of herbal, but jacked up kind of bitterness to it. I like that quite a bit. The mouth feels nice. It's soft. It's creamy. It's not super fluffy or creamy or water nerdy, but I mean enough, especially at 6.5%. It's tasty stuff. I mean, Sloop is honestly hit their stride. Even though I haven't had their beers in quite some time, every time I have one of their hazies, I'm kind of like, man, this is really good stuff. And I dig them quite a bit. And this is kind of up there for some of the best haze that I've had from these guys. The only problem I've had with Sloop is their price point seems to have creeped up. And that, you know, a lot of these hazies were $14, maybe $15 a can. Now they're $16 to $18 a can. And that's kind of pissing me off. You know, $19 a 4-pack. Or not can. You know what I meant. 4-pack. And, you know, they were always kind of really well done hazies at a really, I don't even say good price point. I would say appropriate price point. But now I see these kind of, you know, I saw a single hop Sabro, one of theirs, going for $20 at a place that typically prices stuff decently, and that kind of bums me out. I get it, COVID, the whole nine. Maybe they weren't charging as much as they should have, and now they are. Whatever it is, the case may be, their price point has kind of gone a little bit sideways for me, and that's probably the biggest bummer about their beers. Probably one of the reasons why I don't cover them as much, because you know not a lot of people send me Sloop stuff, and when they do, I cover them. But a lot of Sloop stuff I've covered in the past has been through my own purchasing, and you know I don't just purchase beers because, really, of anything. I really don't like to look up any kind of like ratings or if a beer is good or not. I really kind of do it on a hunch and a whim and a little bit of past educated guessing. And I'm like, okay, here's a Sloop can, $16, 6.5%. It's fresh, probably going to be pretty good. I will pay money for that. And some other breweries I just take a total flyer on because I don't want to look up anything because I don't want to go into any of these beer reviews influenced. But it's kind of one of those things where it's like, man, if it's priced up there, I'm just not going to do it. Because at that point, you know, you're talking about $20 for a 4-pack of 7% Sabro IPA. I'm like, this sucks. Why do I want to spend this exorbitant amount of money on a beer that should be closer to 15, not 20? So yeah, that's probably my biggest takeaway from this, is that this is an absolutely fantastic beer. I picked this up for $16 a 4-pack. I don't have any problem whatsoever with that price point, but I think it should be closer to 14. And, you know, it's kind of just they're pricing themselves out of my market at least. Now you guys, you know, do what you do, but for me, pulling beers off a shelf, taking a whim on them, not going by preconceived notions of what other people say, which is what I think everybody should do. You know, once a beer gets a little cost prohibitive, you kind of got to move on. And that's kind of where this beer kind of lands for me. So tasty AF. Dig it quite a bit. You find this for 16 and under, I wouldn't hesitate picking it up. But I wonder how much better those other beers are. Just a bummer, I probably won't find out. So yeah, let's talk about this. Is this one of the better shelfie hazies? Let's go there. I haven't used shelfie in a while. I had as of late. Yeah, I mean, it's up there. And some of the better ones I've ever had, to be perfectly honest with you. It's the amount of OJ I get from this, with that nice kind of denky component, and the mouthfeel big enough, fluffy enough, creamy enough to kind of turn me on. It's a very tasty beer. Value and availability, like I said, picked it off the shelf, $16 a 4-pack, and leave you with, if you like what we like this beer. If you like really well done, I don't want to pigeonhole this to shelfie haze, but for the sake of conversation like that, like your Wrenches of the world, you know, your No Filters of the world, your Cane, Sneak Box, even though it's a much smaller beer, it's kind of one of those better kind of hazies. So if you're looking for a readily attainable haze at a okay price point, there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little Sloop right now. Hope we'll see you next time. Cheers.